Ontario, Canada's economic powerhouse, runs its own immigration system called the Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program, or OINP. This program can help skilled workers, recent graduates, and even business owners get permanent residency faster. I'm Max from the Visa Library, and I'm going to break down how OINP works, who can qualify even without a job offer, and what are steps you need to follow to turn Ontario into your new home. Like the video, subscribe, and let's go. Let's start with the first question. What is OINP? It allows the province to nominate the skilled workers, international graduates, and entrepreneurs for Canadian permanent residence. Ontario selects candidates whose experience, education, job offers, and entrepreneurial plans help meet its labor market needs. The program works in partnership with Canada's Federal Immigration Authority, so once you receive a nomination, you apply at the international level, or IRCC, to get your PR status. When it comes to moving to Ontario, Canada, there are several different streams to nominate people for Canadian permanent residency. Each stream targets a specific type of applicant. There are employer job offer streams for people who already have a permanent full-time job offer in Ontario. Another one focuses on the skilled foreign workers. Another is for recent international graduates, and a third for workers in in-demand occupations like construction, agriculture, or healthcare. There are graduate streams for those who have studied in Ontario. If you've completed a master's degree or a PhD at an eligible Ontario university, you can apply even without a job offer. Some streams are express entry aligned streams. Basically, Ontario researches the federal express entry pool and invites candidates who match its labor market needs. These include the human capital priorities streams for highly skilled professionals, the skilled trades stream for people with Ontario work experience in the trades, and the French-speaking skilled worker streams for different types of talents. Finally, there is the entrepreneur stream designed for experienced business owners or senior managers who want to start or buy a business in Ontario and create jobs. Let's apply for the OINP, shall we? Step 1. Check which stream you qualify for. Picking the right stream is the first step, and it's really crucial. The employer job offer, or a foreign worker stream, is for people with a permanent full-time job offer in a skilled occupation. You need at least 2 years of paid work in that job field and valid legal status. If you're in Canada. Your employer must be established in Ontario and meets revenue and staffing rules. The employer job offer international student stream is for graduates from Ontario schools. You need a permanent full-time job offer in a skilled role, plus a 2-year diploma or a 1-year master's degree completed in Ontario within the last 2 years. The employer job offer in-demand skills stream targets a specific job Ontario needs most, like construction, agriculture, healthcare, and trucking. You need a permanent full-time job offer in one of those roles, at least 9 months of paid Ontario work in the same occupation, CLB 4 language skills, and a high school diploma. The master's degree stream is for people who finished a master's at an eligible Ontario university in the last 2 years. You must have lived in Ontario for at least one of those years, show enough settlement funds, and score CLB 7 or higher in English or French. No job offer is required. That's good. The PhD graduate stream is for those who completed at least 2 years of a PhD program at an eligible Ontario university. You must have lived in Ontario for at least one of the past 2 years and prove you can support yourself financially. No job offer again is needed. The human capital priorities stream is for skilled workers in the express entry pool under FSW or CEC. You need at least 1 year of skilled work, a bachelor's degree or higher, and CLB 7 or more in English or French. The skilled trades stream is for express entry candidates with at least 1 year of paid Ontario experience in a trade, TEER 2 or 3. You also need CLB 5 or higher and proper trade license if required. The French-speaking skilled worker stream is for express entry candidates with a strong French, CLB 7, and good English, usually CLB 6, plus skilled work and education that meets federal criteria. The entrepreneur stream is for business owners or senior managers. You need at least 2 years of ownership or management experience in the last 5 years, a net worth of 800,000 Canadian dollars in the Greater Toronto area or $400,000 elsewhere or in tech, and an investment of at least 600,000 Canadian dollars in GTA or $200,000 outside. You must actively run the business and create at least one full-time job for a Canadian. Moving on, step 2. Create a profile or wait for a notification. If your stream uses the Express of Interest or EOI system, you start by creating a profile in the OINP e-filing portal. You enter your personal details, education, work history, language score if needed, and information about your job offer if your stream requires one. Once you submit your information, the system gives you a score. Ontario regularly runs draws and sends invitations to apply to the highest scoring candidates. If your stream is express entry aligned, you first build a profile in the federal express entry system under the program you qualify for. It's usually the federal skilled worker program, the Canadian Express class, or the federal skilled trades program. Ontario scans that pool for candidates who match its labor needs. If your profile is selected, you'll get a notification of interest directly in your express entry account, and you can then submit your OINP application. Step 3. Gather your required documents. Your documents will depend on the stream you apply under, but most people will need the same basic identification first. Everyone must have a valid passport, a recent digital photo, and proof of legal status in Canada if you're applying from inside the country. You'll also need a birth certificate and, if it applies, a marriage certificate as well. If you're applying through an employer job offer stream, you'll need a signed job offer letter and the official employer form. Bring any stubs or an employment contract showing your job is permanent and full-time. Your employer must also prove the business is active and able to pay your wages. They submit the documents through the employer portal. Don't worry about that. For the graduate streams, you must show your degree or diploma from an eligible Ontario school along with the transcripts and an official letter confirming you finished your program. You'll also need proof that you lived in Ontario for the required time. If you're applying through an express entry aligned stream, gather your language test results. If your education was completed outside Canada, you'll need an educational credential assessment. You also have to prove your work experience with things like reference letter, pay stubs, or tax forms. Some applicants must show settlement funds depending on the federal program they qualify for. For the entrepreneur stream, you'll need a solid business plan with financial projections. You must prove your net worth and where the money comes from using some bank statements and audit reports. You'll also need documents that show your past business ownership or senior management services and experience. Step 4. Submit your application and pay the fees. Once you've gathered everything, it's time to send your application. If you're in an expression of interest or graduate stream, you'll submit directly through the OINP e-filing portal. Upload your documents, fill in every section carefully, and review it before paying anything. If you're an express entry aligned stream, Ontario will send you a notification of interest. From the day you receive it, you have 45 days to complete your application through the same online system. If you're applying through the entrepreneur stream, you'll get an invitation to apply once Ontario accepts your business proposal. At that point, you upload your business plan, proof of net worth, and all supporting financial documents, then pay the required fee. The application fee depends on your stream. Most job offers and graduate streams cost about 1,500 to 2,000 Canadian dollars or higher if your employer is in the Greater Toronto area. The entrepreneur stream is about 3,500 Canadian dollars. Step 5. Attend interviews or identity checks. Ontario may contact you or your employer for an interview to confirm details about your job, salary, or work duties. This step helps the province make sure the offer and your role are genuine. If you're applying through the entrepreneur stream, an interview is always required to review your business plan and your ability to run the business actually. Bring your original documents, know your work or your business details well, and be ready to explain anything that's unclear. Step 6. Receive your provincial nomination. If Ontario approves your application, you'll get a nomination certificate. For EOI and graduate streams, the certificate appears in your OINP online account. For express entry streams, your express entry profile will be updated with an extra 600 comprehensive ranking system points, which almost guarantees you'll receive an invitation to apply for Canadian permanent residence. For the entrepreneur stream, you'll sign a performance agreement with Ontario. After you arrive, set up your business and meet the agreed targets, you'll then be able to apply for the permanent residency. Step 7. Apply for permanent residence with IRCC. Once you're nominated, you move to the federal stage. If you're in an express entry stream, you simply accept the nomination in your profile, get an invitation to apply, and submit your federal PR application. This includes your updated documents, medical exam results, and police certificates. If you're in a non-express entry stream, you apply directly to Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada or IRCC using the nomination certificate Ontario issued. For entrepreneurs, you apply for PR only after meeting your business performance requirements. Moving on. Step 8. Complete federal processing and land as a permanent residence. IRCC will review your application, do background and security checks, and process your medical results. If everything is approved, you'll get a confirmation of permanent residence. Once you land in Canada and finalize the process, you'll receive your PR card and officially become a permanent resident of Ontario. Congratulations.
Right.
One question. Can you apply for OINP without a job offer? Yes, as I mentioned, you can apply for Ontario Immigrant Nominee Program without a job offer, but only through a few specific streams. If you've earned a master's degree or a PhD at an Ontario university, you can apply for your own. You'll need to show you'll live in Ontario for a long time, meet the language requirements, usually at least CLB 7, and prove you can support yourself. You can also go through express entry. Ontario may pick you for the human capital priorities stream if you have a skilled work experience, good education, and strong language scores, or for the French-speaking skilled worker stream if you're fluent in French and have good English. But every other stream, like the employer job offer options, does require a permanent full-time job offer in Ontario. Don't you forget that. So, what do you think about this visa option? Write what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. You can also find links for our free consultation and social media accounts in the description. And thank you all for watching.